So first of all, after masking the last, we draw our center line as usual. So after drawing the center line, you see this line here running through the toe cap to the other side of the last. You see here where the line is intercepting with the center line. You place your tape at that point where the center line is intercepting with that line. So put your tape at that point and then take it down to the other side of the feather edge and take a line at that point. So after that, you're going to take a measurement. Here's the line. I'm trying to make it visible. So after that, you're going to take a measurement from that line from here to somewhere here. You're going to take 0.7 inches. 0.7 inches. That is after your half inch, you add two more lines. That is 0.7 inches. So you measure again from here to here, 0.7 inches from that same line, but this time you come down to hit this point. So after taking that two measurement, place your tape across the two measurements, and then you take another line that will be running down to the feather edge. So after that, you measure. Let me make this line visible. So after that, take another measurement from here to somewhere here, 1 inch. 1 inch measurement, 1 inch. Here's the 1 inch. Then from that 1 inch, you measure another 0.7 inch. 0.7 inch. Then after that, from here to here is 1 inch. Then from here to here is 0.7. So now you're going to place your tape on that 0.7 inch and then put it down to the feather edge, and then you take a line. Take a line at that point. So after that, you're going to measure from here again to somewhere here, 0.7 inch. 0.7 inch. So here is the 0.7 inch. So right now we're going to join this measurement here to that 0.7 inch. So remember, the one at the top is our 1 inch measurement. So we're going to join it to the one on the feather edge. So after joining them together, measure from here to somewhere here, half inch. From the center line to somewhere here, half inch. So now after taking that measurement, we're going to take a curve from here, this line, and also from here through that half inch measurement. So, and after doing that, you see what we're having. So you have to clean off these extra lines here. Clean these lines off, and we have the first part of the pattern. So this is what we have after the drawing. Now we're going to cut it out from the last to develop it. So you see it. Let's do that. So after cutting it out from the last, peel it out, draw a straight line on your cardboard paper, and then align the center line of your pattern to that straight line on the cardboard paper. Then make sure you avoid too much crease while you paste the pattern. Give here some slight cut. It is going to help. So right now I'm going to make some adjustments and corrections where necessary. So now I'm going to add the lasting allowance, and I'm going to be adding 1.5 inches on both sides. That is going to be the lasting allowance. I'm also going to retake the width of the straps to make sure it is still correct. That is 0.7 inch. So after retaking the measurements, I will take a line, then draw it down to the lasting allowance. I'm still going to repeat the same thing on the other side, just to make sure that everything is intact. I have to retake this one too to make sure it is still correct. 0.7 and then 0.7, and then I extend the line. So after doing that, I'm going to fold the cardboard paper from that center line. I'm supposed to use a cardboard paper that would have folded into 2 equal parts, but that is not a problem because I'm going to add extra cardboard paper here so that it will form the duplicate for this side of the pattern. So if you have enough cardboard paper, you don't need to do this. So I have to staple it before cutting. So after that, remove the staple pin, and this is what we have. Mark the pattern facing, so give it a mark at this point. This side is going to be on the medial side of the last. Let's proceed. So cut a strap. The width is going to be 1/2 inch and the length is going to be about 12 inches, although we are going to cut off the excess. So the width is the most important thing. The width is going to be 1/2 inch, then the length about 12 inches, then fold it into 2 equal parts and mark the center. So now you are going to place it on the last. Make sure the center is on the center of the last, then you cut off the excess. So to make the work easier while using the pattern, I'm going to punch a hole on the center of the strap. So I have done that. You can see the hole here, you see it. So it is going to help a lot while using the pattern. So you see it. I'm going to also punch the center of the main pattern. It will help a lot. And I have done that too. You see it. This is going to help a lot during the use of the pattern. So this is going to come this way. So with this, we are done with the pattern creation. Let's proceed to make the footwear. So this is the raw file we're going to use to create our soles. Use it to mark out your sole from Nora 4mm. Then attach your heel and smooth the edges. With that, the soles are ready. Let's proceed. This is Mako 6mm. So we use the same raw file to mark out the shape of our insoles. So after marking them out, you cut them into shape. After cutting them into shape, you smooth the edges. If you don't have this tool that I'm using right now, don't worry. Here is your sandpaper. Place it on your brush and then use it to smooth the edges of the insoles. So after smoothing the edges of the insoles, gum them to your leather and then fold the insoles. So let's walk through it together. So after folding, cut off the crease at the back of the folding. Make sure you don't cut too close to the edge of the folding. So this is the template we're going to be using for our small footbed. The length is 5 inches and you can see here is smaller than this place. So here is going to be about 0.7 inches. You see it, 0.7 inch. Then here is going to be 1.2 inch. So you measure it that way, and then let me write it down. Here is 1.2 inches, here is 0.7 inch. You curve here and then curve here. So with that, we cut out this is Mako 2 millimeters. So we're going to gum it to the insoles. So just mark out the shape on the area it should be, and then carefully apply your gum on both surfaces. So this another template. Mark out this from here to here on your cardboard paper, cut it off here, then reduce the size by 0.3. You're going to have this template here. And with that, we marked out this on our black leather. So after marking this way, you turn and mark for the other side of the foot. So let's proceed. So after attaching this one, the next is this. So you apply your glue and also attach it. So that's what I'm doing. I have to make sure that the shape of that small footbed shows properly. It is part of the beauty. So now let's mark out our pattern on our leather. So after marking this way, you turn the pattern the other way around to mark for the other side of the foot. So here is my landing. I have to gum the upper to the landing before I cut them into shape. Usually if my leather for upper is too light, I always use a thick leather for the landing, and if the upper is thick, I use a light lining. So let's cut them into shape. I'm done. Let's proceed. So now the strap is going to come to the center. Remember, we had our centers marked, so those dots, make sure they are in proper position at the center. And then I'm going to apply my glue slightly and then use it to hold the strap to the pattern before I stitch. So after that, the next thing is stitching. So I've done the stitching. Look closely here. You see, I was supposed to stitch round like this, then stitch this one round like this before I put the strap, but I attached the strap before the stitching, so I had to stitch. You see, stitch like this, then come here, come this way, then come here, go down. So the same thing applies to this place. So you can either use the first procedure or use the second one I used. After doing that, you last the pattern. So after your lasting, couple the footwear. And this is what we have arrived at. So it is a very simple pattern and procedure. Follow the same process and steps and you will get the same result. If you have any question, feel free to drop them in the comment section. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates, because more videos are still coming on the way. Have a nice day and see you in my next video.